I'm here with Paulo Rosado. He's the founder, he's one of the co-founders of Outsystems. And 10 years ago, we drove around in a smart, right?
In a smart car. You're already interested in cars that are too small for you.
I drove 100,000 kilometers in there. So 10 years ago, do you remember how you were doing with Outsystems at that time?
Oh, it was painful. I mean, we were pushing. Only people that were either crazy or visionaries would buy our product. It was really difficult to convince people that that they could build things faster.
Yeah, and especially because your focus was change. I mean, not building only, but changing things. Making that price go down. Was that the main focus, or was the main focus building something quick?
Actually, the focus of the idea, the original idea, was actually to solve the problem of change of software, but this was too much of a leap to convince customers. So
because you came from Oracle, you knew all the big customers, you were aware of enterprise software. Why was it so different? It was expensive also in those days. Why did people don't mind that projects took forever?
I think there was I actually believe that we hit the dark ages with Java in '95. The software industry was going on a very productive path up until '95. Then we get this whole thing with Java, and the complexity of systems just skyrocketed back again.
You think Java has been the big pain in the butt?
It has been the dark ages of IT. It took us back in terms of productivity 15 years.
Wow, okay. This beautiful vision of write once, run everywhere, you don't buy into it.
No, because that's actually not what happened. And what happened was that very large companies like IBM, Oracle, and the big players just took that technology, they make it proprietary, and then they created a tremendous amount of revenue stream for very large system integrators who basically just build systems that were unmaintainable, that where the change requests increased exponentially, and created a huge business. And the reason why, the thing that always appalled me is that one of the most tech-oriented industries is actually one of the most manual industries in the world, which is the IT industry.
So this is the analysis why we are stuck with projects which take 3 times as long, cost 3 times as much, and deliver 3 times less value. And you were there staring it in the face, and you couldn't do anything about it. I mean, why is it a conspiracy? Why did it go on so long?
Well, I could do something about it. We did something about it, and so we had to fight it. But I think it's basically because the value of IT, of digital systems, is so huge. Yeah. The technology disruptions are so frequent that there was a justification to always delay a cycle of optimization. So because there was always new things coming along, there was always an excuse to come back to the bases, do it the hard way. And then when you're about to say, why don't we commoditize, why don't we optimize, why don't we automate, suddenly a new ripple effect would come along.
A new vision of being anywhere, anytime, being flexible, adapting, and it never happened. I mean, it went from libraries to 4G to forms to all kinds of systems, and it never happened. So do you think it's happening now, or are you the company which in 5 years you say, oh, everybody's using Outsystems and it's really, we're locked in, we cannot improve, we cannot be anywhere. Why are you different than the dark ages?
I think we're different because, by the way, we have customers now that are in operation for more than 13 years. And one of the things we can attest that's very different from all the other companies is they do not have any legacy that needs to be replaced. So the systems that are now running after 13 years are evergreen. And so
give me a customer name. What is a nice customer which you have which has been running with your system for 13 years?
I can give you the first ones, the ones that really supported us. Optimus, our first customer, a telco in Portugal, and Liberty. These are Fidelities. This is some of the largest financial telco business in the world. They have platforms today that are still in operation. They're constantly being changed, and they never hit a wall where they have unmaintainable systems. And that's a big difference, Vincent.
It is a big difference, but I can imagine it's really frustrating to see all that darkness around you and that it takes a long time before people see the light. Now, when did that change? When did you go like, okay, we come on the other side of the mountain and now we're going to accelerate?
Well, it actually changed about 2 years ago. And this was when mobile became such an unbearable pressure on IT departments that they had no choice but to go to rapid application development platforms and delivery platforms. And the problem with mobile is that mobile brings the need for extremely good UX, and extremely good UX brings the need for very iterative prototyping, extreme prototyping type of processes, and very, very compressed timelines. Iterative processes mean that you have to change very, very quickly and very robustly, and that's what Outsystems does. So we're right in our, the need that we're looking for, the big pressure that we're looking for is now here, and so that's why we're taking off.
Yeah. How many people do you have now?
About 350 worldwide.
30 million in sales or 50 million in
I
sales?
cannot say, but it's upwards of that.
Much more than that. Okay, Paulo, thank you very much for hanging in there for such a long time. And I'm glad now the wind blows with you so we can leave the dark ages of enterprise software development. Appreciate
I hope so. We are here to disrupt the world, so.